To another day of a year in miracles. Today we are on a Course in Miracles workbook lesson number 216 and still review section and still with our central theme of I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Today we are reviewing workbook lesson number 196, which states, it can be but myself I crucify. All that I do unto myself. If I attack, I suffer. But if I forgive, salvation will be given me. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. This is a powerful review lesson, and the reason why we're putting this review, it can be but myself I crucify, with the theme of I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me, is because we see those two as separate ideas, right? But it's still the same idea. If we really understood how powerful we are, we would never perceive ourselves as being attacked. Not possible. Not possible. So when we do feel like we are attacked, and then we defend ourselves, right? When we counterattack to defend ourselves, we crucify ourselves because we forget our power. We forget what we are, right? And to attack another is really just to attack ourselves, because we are one with all our brothers. So of course, when we attack a brother, we're attacking ourselves, right? Because we are one. It's like throwing something at yourself in the mirror and expecting to hurt someone. Well, you're not going to hurt anybody. You're just hurting yourself, right? Just throwing it at yourself. But if you forgive, right? If you offer love instead of fear, it's you get that love back, right? Salvation will be given you. That's what that's all about. I know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to pull ourselves out and to remember what we are. But that's why we do our meditations every morning, right? That's why we connect to that one mind that we all share, to remember who we are. So that when we get in that situation where maybe there's a disagreement happening with one of our brothers, we can remember, oh, okay, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And this conflict that's happening has nothing to do with me, because your opinion of me is none of my business, right? It isn't. It has nothing to do with you. Anyone's opinion of you has to do with what's happening in their brain and their whole course of miracles for themselves, right? They're on this path and on this journey too, of trying to understand who and what they are. And when they get confused, it comes out as an attack, right? And that's why we have to remember who we are and remember that we are one mind with all of our brothers, right? So this is a great lesson for today, a great way to remember who you are. I remember there was a particular moment where I was in a meeting, and it was a pretty heated meeting, and I was feeling attacked because a lot of the information that was coming to me by a couple different people very much felt like I was being attacked. So I had this piece of paper where I was writing down the notes of the meeting, right? And I know in my mind that I have two choices. That's it. Love or fear. I can choose love in this moment or fear. That's it. No other choice. So I was really trying to hold on to love. So I started drawing little hearts all over my notepad, right? And at the end of the meeting, I looked at my paper and it was covered with hearts. Like there was no other place to put a heart. I had filled up the entire page with little hearts all over the place and designs of hearts all over my paper. And, it was a good way for me to say, okay, you're feeling fear. How are you going to connect to love right now when you're feeling fear? So I just kept saying to myself, I am love, I am love, I am love, with all these little hearts. I am love, I am love. And it really helped me to get through that meeting, and it helped me to focus on what it was that I could contribute to the meeting. Because if you're in that place of fear, it doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth, even if in your mind you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm not really attacking. Well, if you've aligned with fear, it's going to come out that way. It's going to come out as sarcasm. It's going to come out as something in alignment with fear. That's why you have to break away from fear and choose love, because they're polar opposites, right? When you choose one, the other one just isn't there for you. So that's kind of my share for the day of a moment when I was in that place of feeling attacked. So try to get to that place of stillness and meditation if you can. The Oprah and Deepak free meditation is still going on. If you want to jump in and grab the last bits of juicy meditations on that free series, do that, because that's a great way to align yourself with love, to choose love instead of fear, because it can just be yourself that you crucify. When you get into that moment of, attack and counterattack, don't you always walk away going, ugh, why did I do that? I know better than that, because you feel awful. Even if you think you're right, you still feel awful for getting into that attack mode, because you've aligned with fear, and you're never going to feel good when you do that. Know yourself, know your power, know what you are, align with love, because that's where your power lies. And that's it for today, guys. That's our review lesson. It can be but myself I crucify. So how are you crucifying yourself today? Think about that. What's happening in your world where you could possibly be crucifying yourself? Are you replaying old tapes of something that happened yesterday, right, in the past, which we talk about? The past is gone. It doesn't exist. Or are you crucifying yourself about something that might be happening in the future, which also doesn't exist, right? The only moment we have is now. This is the only real moment. So let's see if we can let go of crucifying ourselves for today. And today's Sunday, right? So what a great day to practice this, right? It can be but myself I crucify. But if I forgive, salvation will be given me. That's it. That's our lesson for today. Good morning, everyone. Great to see you here on the live feed this morning. Hey, Yelena. Nice to see you here this morning. Good morning, Pam. Happy Sunday to you. Hi, Colette. Good to see you here this morning. Good morning, Barb. Nice to see you. Hey, Marcello. Good to see you here this morning. Hi, Edmund. Nice to see you here on the live feed. Hi, honey. Good to see you watching this morning. Good morning, Cindy. Hey, Deb. Always good to see you here in the morning. I miss you too. Great to see you here this morning, Deb. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Yes, that's right, Jeffrey. Love wins. Love wins every time, right? It always wins. So good lesson to practice today, Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 216. And I will be back tomorrow morning, but it will be earlier tomorrow morning because I have an early morning appointment. So I will post in our private Facebook group exactly what time I will be doing the live feed, but it will be early. I'm going to guess maybe around 7 a.m. this tomorrow morning I'll be doing our lesson. So keep your eyes open, and I will see you tomorrow morning on our live feed for our next A Course in Miracles workbook lesson. Until then, enjoy practicing this one. Have a wonderful day and find some peace today walking around. If you can do a walking meditation even, close your eyes and just connect to your source. Find your power. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks.